everybody, we are here with Dephemerember 2023. The prompt is selfie in a bubble, and I have been seeing what everybody's doing, and they've been doing some really cool stuff. Several different ways to interpret this. My thought process is, and I'm not gonna make any ephemera per se. As you know, I'm working in this journal that was created for me by Mary Ellen at Red Parrot. I want to use this prompt as an experiment. Is what I'm doing. I'm not necessarily going to make some ephemera out of it. I want to use it as an experiment to see how this works. And then if it works, we'll turn it into something. Not all on this video. This video is mainly just going to be playing around and seeing if the experiment works. So, selfie in a bubble is what we're working on. I'm going to go ahead and mark it off on our list. And I have a selfie of myself recently taken in my car. It's kind of crooked, but that's okay. You know how, we take selfies and we get all crooked with it. Anyways, what I want to do with this, it's just printed on regular paper, not on any kind of print paper or anything like that. I want to see how this works with, I've got a little glue gun here, a hot glue gun with glue sticks, and I want to just create a blob, basically a blob of hot glue over my face in a bubble form to see what that does. Does it dry clear? Does it dry cloudy? How does that work? And can you get it thick? And can I do layers on it and all that? So that's kind of what we're doing. I'm going to see, I've got my glue gun plugged in over there. See how far it'll reach. Oh, it will reach. I just got a little simple little glue gun. So again, this is just an experiment to see what happens when we take hot glue gun and we just start blobbing on the glue. Does it settle? Does it what does it do? I'm just really curious. Does it settle in to where I'm in a bubble? Does it distort my face? What does it do? My glue gun's kind of old. So that's why I'm pushing the glue from the backside instead of So if this works, it may be another way to add dimension to your work, not necessarily with a selfie of yourself underneath it, but you could do other images under it. I think it's going to depend on how it dries. If it dries clear, or if it dries cloudy, I think that's going to be the trick. I don't know what the outcome's going to be, what I'm expecting. I'm just curious. So sometimes it's okay just to experiment and see what happens. And I thought this would be a way to do that because I don't necessarily want a selfie in my journal. I mean, I guess I could, but doesn't really go with the aesthetics. Whatever the aesthetics are, they're not pictures of me in this journal, so. This is a low temp glue gun, so I wonder if it would be different if it was a higher temp. You know, would it melt different or whatever? Yeah, that looks kind of silly. And of course, the angle of this selfie has got me going off the page a little bit. So, I'm just real curious to see what happens with that. Little selfie in a glue gun bubble. It's kind of cool. Does kind of give me a bubbly effect. We will let it dry and see what happens. You know, obviously you could get it a more smooth, but as you saw me do the rings around it, so it kind of has a rippled effect, which is kind of bubbly. I would like to think that once this dries, I can cut around it and have, you know, this little bubble of me. Hot glue doesn't take long to dry, so maybe, let's see here. I just think this might be a cool effect for other images throughout your work. There we go. Let's see here. It's shiny like a bubble. And it doesn't distort the image, but it kind of hides it a little bit. So you really can't, I mean, initially I don't think you could be able to tell that that's me, but yeah. So there we have it. That answered my questions. It is drying a little, it's still clear, but it's drying a little almost cloudy, but maybe that's just the way it is. But you can see me in there. I think that's kind of cool. And this may not be something new. This may be something that people do all the time. When I thought of selfie in a bubble, I first off thought, I don't want my selfie in this journal. I'm not doing a journal about me. That was my first thought. My second thought was, I've seen a lot of people doing the little Elfie critter, doing like a little picture with him in it, and I'm not too interested in that, because I'm not planning to use this little guy throughout this journal. So I was trying to decide how else could I make myself in a bubble, and this gives it a little bit of dimension to it. You can see where it's smooth in the center, but then that's a good view of it. You can see it's smooth in the center, and then it ripples out, but that's because I had a lot and let it settle, and then I just kept going around it. And if I'd have gotten closer, or if I just kept adding to the center, would it eventually smooth out? And so yeah, there we go. Selfie in a bubble. That's a little experiment and playing around with it. cool little technique. Again, maybe somebody's already done this, and maybe somebody does this all the time, but I was just curious. And I think that, to me, a lot of art is playing and exploring and learning new things and trying new things. So that's how I interpreted this. Whether or not I took this in that journal, I don't know. Let's see here. Maybe I'll put it on the cover like that. Who knows? If next time you see this journal and it has this on it, then you'll know I decided to do that. But no promises. We're just, again, exploring that topic, selfie in a bubble. So, anywho, that's what I got for Dephemerember 2023 for the prompt, the number 6 prompt. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for following along. Next time you guys see the Dephemerember, I will be doing clocks and wings. No promises on when that is. I've got a few things going on this month, so I'm not kind of going in any kind of day or order or anything like that. I'm just working through the prompts as we come to them. So thanks for joining me, and we will see you guys soon. Bye for now.